Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB or Chris, and today we're going to be using, this is Highland Springs Soap Company Reflections, which is a 4-ounce soap, comes to you from, in the United States, West Coast Shaving, $18.87 for 4 ounces. That comes to $4.71 on the price chart per ounce. But keep in mind international shipping because this comes from Canada. So if you factor that in, it's not a bad price for the soap. I have used Highland Springs before, their soap, and I do like their soap. The scent strength on this to me is a little over medium, probably about a 6. It's really hard to describe this scent. It is really pleasant. It's bright. There's some ozone, lavender. I don't know all the notes. It's really pleasant and bright, sort of soothing to me too. It's bright, but not so bright that it's off-putting, I would say. I think they're supposed to be apple, ginger. Mostly what I get is that lavender. There's some ozone, musk. Those are really the notes that I get. It is a very nice soap as far as scent goes. I'll show you the ingredients right there. So take a look at the ingredients while we get our pre-shave, or actually let's talk about the razor we're using today, which is incredibly special. This is the Wade and Butcher for gentleman's use that the Stallion sent me, which is an incredible gift. This razor dates back somewhere between 1840 and 1880. It's probably between 1840 and 1860, which predates the U.S. Civil War, which makes it just an absolutely incredible razor to have. The fact that it's even around today is really incredible. And so I'm really humbled, by the gift. And I made a video just about receiving this razor because it was really a big deal and it was a little bit emotional, actually. What an incredible gift. Let me show you the growth that we're working with today. That's our daily 24 hours growth, because sometimes people ask, what's the growth look like on a daily basis? That is it. So we will be taking beard off today. Let me rinse let's work that up just a little bit so it doesn't just create a paste underneath the lather. And then we'll rinse our hands off. I hope everyone is doing well. Did you all see the videos Chris Maiden from Another Cut Above has put up over the last couple of days? He's talked at some length about, his struggles with mental health and being, depressed. And I think it's, for me, quite courageous for men to speak openly about things like that. I think we've all gone through it, or at least many of us have. And I commend Chris for speaking about it. And Chris, I always have a friendly ear if you need to talk. Okay, so this lather, I put quite a bit more moisture in it than I usually have. So if it doesn't look normal for me, it's because I'm deliberately trying to get more moisture in my lather for a straight razor shaving. So it is no fault of the soap if it doesn't look picturesque. It is me experimenting and trying to go with a less pasty lather. Folks, let me tell you something. With DEs, I can get away with almost any kind of lather, But with straights, you actually need more moisture and slickness. And so I'm experimenting to try to make that a bit better. In fact, let's add some water right now. And I'm trying to lay some water there on top and just get a little bit more water in our mix here, a little bit more. So I'm adding, quite a bit of water and trying to help the straight razor shaves off. Because again, as you know, I'm a novice, and let's sort of draw a line there a little bit, just so we'll know what we're working with. Okay, let's see how we do with this really incredible razor. It's what, 160, maybe more years old. I mean, it's really an honor to use such a razor. And thank you, Stallion, once again. So one of the things we're going to work on today is trying to make sure I'm doing a better job of stretching, which I have not been doing thus far. Someone is knocking on the door. Stand by. All right, so we're back. That was the FedEx man, the worst possible time when I'm making my pass here. Feeling quite good. Okay, let's see how we can stretch. I need to find a way to get stretched out a little bit more there. Edge feels good to me. The Stallion Edge performing very well as far as I'm concerned. And you know, the Stallion was talking in his video yesterday about going from machined edges to these, you know, man-made or, you know, honed edges on a stone. And what he was saying is it's going to feel different. It's not going to feel the same as a machined edge. And he said sometimes it can feel even, you know, dull relative to a machined edge. So that is something that I'm trying to keep in mind, is if it feels tuggy or whatever, you know, some of that is natural, assuming that we're talking about coming from a machine blade, you know, trying to get used to a straight edge, that is. So let's pull that up just a little bit there, get it a little bit higher. The edge is cutting well, as far as I can tell anyway. Again, I'm a novice, so, you know, I'm by no means an expert in evaluating an edge when it comes to straight razors. Okay, let's see where we can see. There we go. Feels pretty good so far, I must say. Feels like it's cutting well. There's no tugging. It feels good. So thank you, Stallion, for this incredible gift. Let's see. What I would like to do is do a better job of stretching. I need to go back and watch Dave Card's stretching video. That will be most helpful. Will help me sort of figure out what I'm doing here in terms of stretching. Let's see how much. Let's pull that up just a little bit. Probably need to get under here just a little bit. All right, we'll call that pass one. Again, taking it easy, not trying to get too crazy with it, just taking what the razor will give me. Okay, let's add some moisture to the face. And we're gonna just take it slow. We'll try to do a bit of an upward pass here, and then we'll finish off with the DE. There's no need to rush and you know, sustain lots of cuts and get discouraged. We have plenty of time to learn. And so what I'm trying to do is slow down a little bit and focus and just try to get a feel for it, because it is entirely different from DE shaving. And in fact, it feels quite a bit different even from Shavette shaving. So we're just going to try to get a little bit better each time. And part of the reason I'm recording these videos, because honestly, the best case would be for this to not be on video and for me to take my time and figure out every single angle of attack. But I also want to record them because I want to be able to look down the road and you know, hopefully see some improvement. And so that's what I'm aiming for anyway, just to try to improve. I do notice the lather is not drying out on me as much, so a little bit more water in the lather is doing me well as far as that goes. One of the things though is keeping your hands dry and clean is a little bit of a challenge. You really need to try as much as you can to keep them clean. So we're going to try to do a little bit of an upward work here. There you go. Not too bad. Again, it's a little awkward because, you know, I'm a novice, but I hope you're learning with me. And for those of you who can offer tips, you know, feel free. I do not know it all. Especially when it comes to this style of shaving. So I am very appreciative of your tips. I've already been given some good ones. And the thing of it is, you don't realize how many habits that you have. You just don't. And how you do things is how you do things. And I know that sounds silly, but whatever habits you have when shaving, it's really hard to break them. And so with the DE, I don't have to do any stretching. And so with this, I really do need to stretch, and it makes it more challenging because you're not used to it. You know, I can shave with a D with my eyes closed, as has been demonstrated, but this is a whole new world. It's a challenge, and we're going to stick with it and do it as best we can until we get comfortable. And I think once I get comfortable, you know, it's going to be a lot better, but it's going to take some time to get there. So I hope you all will bear with me and ride with me on this learning journey. There we go. Especially with this left hand. You know, you don't trust your left hand, or it's my non-dominant hand, and so that makes it challenging for me because I don't have full faith or trust in it. So it does make it difficult. See, right there, not stretching. So what I'm going to try to do is bend my head over and pull down a little bit here, if I can. Again, going slow because, you know, this left hand doesn't have nearly the dexterity that my right does. Trying to go easy around that little wound from the other day. I wonder if I can stretch a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we're going to call that for today because we haven't done any major damage. And we're going to bring out the leaf. I'm going to wipe this razor off and set it on a towel. And then we're going to bring in the leaf and finish it up because we didn't do any major damage today. And that was the goal, is to just, you know, try to develop some comfort, or a level of comfort, I should say. And we've been successful in that. Is it a clinic-on technique? Absolutely not. But we wanted to just try to get a little bit better. And this razor is quite a bit heavier and bigger than the one I've been using. So naturally it's not going to feel, you know, right at first, but it's cutting well. That edge is It's very sharp, you can tell. So Stallion, that's quite edge. I can definitely tell that is a well-honed edge. It feels good. I didn't feel any tugginess or anything like that. So that is good. I want to thank Mark from Friendship Shaving. He's quite a historian when it comes to just about everything wet shaving. So he commented and sent me a link on this razor as far as, the Wade & Butcher's fairly comprehensive list. So thank you very much, Mark. And he was like, that razor dates back to the Wild West. That could have belonged to a lawman or an outlaw, or, so that's pretty awesome. And that's what makes the razor so special. Not only that, but it's from the Stallion, so that's super cool, and I appreciate it. Thank you again, Stallion. The soap, I haven't talked much about it, but it is very, very good. As far as quality goes, Highland Springs, you're not going to have any quality problems. This is my second go-around with Highland. Good quality soap. Really nice people. I noticed they're very supportive of folks like on Instagram and Facebook. They just seem to be very nice people. I have never talked to them. I'm going to start touching up with the leaf here. I have never spoken with them. But boy, they just seem like super nice people. So go check out the good folks at Highland Springs. This is a really good soap. You find the scent that you like. The main thing here that I want to get across is Highland Springs, based on the quality here, is a soap maker I think you can trust in terms of the quality is going to be there. So you pick whatever scent you like. And I bought this particular one from West Coast Shaving. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's a really nice, pleasant scent. Quality quite good. Quite enjoyable. Quite enjoyable, I meant to say. They're getting tongue twisted. I'm looking at my notes to see if I'm forgetting anything I meant to say today, because, I just have to focus a little more with the straight shave, so I apologize if they're not quite as exciting. Not that any of my videos are really exciting. We're shaving, we're not splitting atoms. But I try to keep it moving, and I try to keep it going. I'm going to use the twig here. Let me show you the twig. This twig comes with the leaf, and the purpose of this is to get in areas you can't reach with the leaf because the leaf is so tall from top to bottom there. And so where the leaf comes in, like these areas right here where I'm just trying to, touch up things or line up things, where you can't really as efficiently get with the leaf, you can use this rascal. And I think they're making an all-metal version of this, by the way. I've seen people actually shave with this. And the way it works is this handle, you twist it and it opens up, and then you put your half DE blade in it. I know you couldn't see that very well. Let me see it. And the half DE blade goes in there. And we're just touching up here a little bit. And again, I'm pleased with that. It was awkward once again. When I come to the shave with the straight razor, I have all these things in mind I'm going to do. And then my habits immediately take back over. I'm not stretching. I'm not doing this. I have all these things planned, but I'm not executing them. So I need to work better to execute on the stretching that I want to do. And I will be working on that. So, all right, let us rinse, and then we'll come back and get to the post. Stay tuned. All right, we're back with our Lancaster Razor Works towel, which just wicks that moisture right away. We had a really nice shave today. Stand by, put that back there. There we go. A really nice shave. We used for the first time just a razor that I'm going to treasure. This is the Wade & Butcher for gentleman's use, which there don't appear to be many of these around. This was a gift from the Stallion. I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you, Stallion. The first run was okay. We didn't butcher ourselves, so that was the goal. It wasn't to be looking like an absolute pro. It was just to use the razor and try to honor the razor, and we have done that, even with my sloppy novice technique. The soap, Highland Springs Soap Company Reflections. Very good quality. It took me a while to get that residual slickness off my face. Really nice soap, as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to throw in some Humphreys here real quick. This is cucumber melon that, in my view, does not smell like cucumber melon Humphreys. The leaf came in just to clean up, which is very nice. I love this on my head. It's my favorite head shaving razor. The reason I brought it in is I have to use it on my head and there's blades loaded, so I just brought it in to clean it up. And then we used the the twig to tighten up in those hard to reach areas, which typically comes with the leaf. And I think they're working on a metal version of that. So that'll be cool to see what that looks like. We're gonna close this one out with Blue Stratos, which is a nice classic smelling aftershave. If you like classic aftershaves, check this one out. I'll put a link below for Amazon if you're interested. This was sent to me, by the way, from Con from Australia, from the Stray Whisker. He runs the Stray Whisker. Excellent guy, great videos. And I like to call him a friend. I think he's a terrific guy. So go check out Con and check out his shop if you're in Australia at the Stray Whisker. Again, Blue Stratos, excellent gift. Thanks everybody, I should say. By the way, I didn't mention the brush, West Coast Shaving Beacon, which is pretty affordable. Thanks everybody for suffering through these slow straight razor shaves. It was fun. I'm just going to continue to work until I get better. I hope you'll continue to watch and learn with me and offer your tips. Until next time, I want to remind you, it's your shave, do it your way, and God bless.